All right. So does everybody see the screen?
Yes, we can. I can.
Minimize this thing.
Mm, look.
Zari will be with us in just one moment.
Okay, great. All right. Yeah, we can just wait for her. So we can talk about what you see on the screen. Obviously, we're going to be doing a flash sale. And is everybody familiar with what a flash sale is?
No.
Want to explain what flash sales are?
Yeah, well, maybe you can actually tell the story on how you came about. It's actually quite an interesting story.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes,
Okay.
and
So Melanie and I were in Montreal about a month ago, and we were walking through the mall, and Melanie decided to go shop at Susie Shear. And so we were walking around. She picked up a few things. I had a few things in my hand. Wasn't in the mood for trying anything on. I put them all back. And we headed to the Keg for dinner. I think we were there for maybe 30 minutes out of leaving the store, and Melanie received an email from Sushi Shear advising that they're going to have a flash sale on Thursday. So it was a Tuesday. They were going to have a flash sale on Thursday from
From 5 to 9.
5 till 9. So we decided we would go, and it would be 50% off everything in the store. So we decided to go back on Thursday, and we were there at 4:45, and the store was empty. We took everything we wanted, we tried it on, but the girls would not process anything until the dot of 5 o'clock. So we got them to hold our stuff, we left, and we came back at 20 after 5. Store was packed. You could not move in that store. I was shocked. And so a couple days later, we're flying home, and I was thinking about my experience. It's like, how can we create that kind of momentum in our store, and what would be the need for doing it? And then the situation arose when we brought Ray-Ban in, et cetera, that we had some sunglass collections that we had too much product on. For example, Serengeti, Bolet, and Spy, we have too much inventory in our stores right now. We don't need 36 pieces of Serengeti in our stores. We don't need 48 pieces of Spy. We need to sell down. The suppliers, if we wanted to return it, they would take it back, but they would prefer we find a way to move it out. So after talking with them, they agreed to do a test, a flash sale test. And what will happen during this event, and Melanie's going to explain it all to you, is that during that flash sale, everything that we sell in Serengeti, Bolet, and Spy, they're going to reimburse us an additional 50%. So we're doing an event to create momentum, sell down inventory, and the supplier is supporting us in it. So she's going to walk you through, and you can see what we're doing.
All right. So first up, this is really just a pilot. So we're really testing it out. We don't know if it's going to work or not. So it's very selected stores only, and we'd like you to please not share the information with any other store, as this is really just a test. We're testing 2 different offers, and we're testing different locations as well. So you can see we have 2 mall locations, 602 and 612, and 2 street locations, 667 and 653. And in all those locations, we'll be testing 2 different offers. So for 602 and 667, we'll be testing 40% off sunglasses on in-stock models only, and no other offers apply, and those are only on Bolet, Serengeti, and Spy. 653 and 612, testing 30% when you buy 1 pair of sunglasses and 50% when you buy 2. Just to see if a greater offer will entice people to buy more than 1 frame. Again, in-stock models only, and no other offers apply. And again, like Lynn mentioned, why these offers? Simply because the supplier is offering us an additional 50% on discount to sell during the flash sale. Brands again are Bolet, Serengeti, and Spy. And now, when is the flash sale? So the flash sale will be on June 19th, next Friday, from 3 to 7 p.m., so 4 hours only. Customers are going to receive an email the day before. So just the day before, we decided not to do 2 days before, just in case of anything. But basically, just the day before, just to see if we can create some excitement. The stores will receive signage either on Wednesday, June 17th, or at the latest Thursday, June 18th. And the signage must be really put up just at 3 o'clock and taken down at 7, because it's only during those 4 hours that we're going to give out the special sale offers. And if you want to add some balloons or excitement, you can definitely do that to your POS. And this is just a kind of what the POS is going to look like. So the 30 and 50% off are on the left, and on the right you have the 40% off. And now I'm going to have the master of Just Stop talk to us.
Before we get into that, can we just get some feedback on you on how you feel about this? Comments?
I think it's a great thing. I mean, it's not often that you see a lot of retailers do that. I think I've never heard of even Sunglass Hut doing anything like that, a flash sale.
You think that what we're doing is we're testing several things here. Number one, we want to test offers to see what kind of offer triggers a consumer. Is 30% enough of an offer to get them to come in? Or is 40% where we need to be? Can we motivate people to buy 2 pairs by giving them 50% discount? And secondly, do we get much traffic from our emails? Because we're only going to be doing our email customer base. You are going to have signs in front of your stores, but we really are looking to see how we can create some momentum, and do we get what kind of offers will really trigger it. So, and can we actually move some inventory out by doing it?
Now, are we talking just plain old sun, or is this a possibility to do with prescription as well?
No, it's just plain old sun, and it's just in-stock product only.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, wait.
So if they wanted RX, could we do 50% off the frame and then regular price on lenses? For especially spa.
I mean,
I guess not.
It's totally up to you. If you want to sell them off the board at 50% off, then you would have to do a separate invoice for the lenses.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct, Jana?
Yeah, but if you're going to do that, you have to make sure that putting the lenses on a different invoice, the invoice that has the frame has a comment or the RX written on it for tax purposes, because you wouldn't be charging tax on that frame. So you have to make sure you have something there in case we're audited. So ideally, you should have the actual prescription down on a comment barcode on the invoice, so that you're covering your bases for why there's no tax being charged on that frame sale.
Is there a reason why we'd have to do it on a separate invoice? Why wouldn't we be able to just do it on one invoice and do a 50% discount on the sunglass?
Well, you would have to just make sure, I guess, that you're tagging only the lens as being discountable, because the way you're going to process this is the same way we did the trunk show, where we had the, you're going to have a discount, a specific discount. We're going to do 3 of them. So there'll be a 30, a 40, and a 50, depending what they offer. And then you're only going to tag, you have to tag obviously that product as being discountable, so that you can then get the correct discount. So you would.
But that wouldn't, if we did it that way, it would be okay, as long as we were obviously diligent and making sure that we're only discounting the sunglass.
The lens, or sorry, the sunglass.
For putting everything on one invoice versus putting it 2 separate invoices, just for, extended health purposes and things like that. If you send in just 1 frame and 1 lenses, it.
I guess I can't see any reason why.
What is?
They want to put the frame and the lens on the same sale that you're doing.
I guess this is going to happen, but seriously, the point of this event is to move out flannel sunglasses off our wall. So
exactly.
Yeah, that's the focus, and but yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could put them together and then just take the frame as being discountable and add the discount to the frame only, and do it on the same invoice. But like Lynn said, we're looking more at the plano sales than we're looking at doing prescription. We don't want to turn this into everybody upselling to prescription.
Exactly. Yeah. I was just, because situations like that arise when you're in the store, so I just wanted to make sure we had our bases covered before.
Now, I haven't looked at 612's inventory because honestly, Gerald, you were not our first pick. We were trying to keep it all here locally, but the mall, first of all, we have 2 locations. We have mall locations and strip mall locations, and we're trying to see whether we get different types of traffic at these different locations. We were going to do it here in West Vancouver, but in fact, she's doing a trunk show with Maui Jim immediately following, and we didn't want to impact her trunk show sales by sending a big deep discount out to her customer base and then not drawing Maui Jim people in. So we had to take 6, 7, 8 out of the equation. But where was I going with this?
667 is gonna get more stuff in.
Oh yeah, 6, thank you. So Zari, I don't think you have enough inventory for this, but we will transfer some pieces in and we'll transfer them back out if we need to. Okay? To make sure that you have enough inventory. Everybody else has, I think, about 97 pieces total between Spy, Bolay, and Serengeti on their boards. And I think for a 4-hour period of time, that's enough. So the only thing's missing on here is today only. Or today. Like it doesn't say that it's, is this email or is this
That's the posters.
the posters? Should it say today?
No, it's okay. It has 3 to 7, and it's only gonna be put in and out. So.
Okay.
So just remember, so we're going to create the little discount that you guys need like we did for the trunk show, but it'll just be created probably the day before or put in activated, so it's going to be there. And then it will be taken down the day after the event. So
It's going to be taken down at
Or
the end of
that-
at 7
that
o'clock.
is, yeah. So it will not be there. So make sure that you add your discount that day, because if you want to modify the invoice down the road to add it, you will not be able to add it. Okay, so it'll be gone. And like they said, there are no other offers applied. So can't use the pull tabs, can't use an Iris card or Iris profile certificate,
Advantage.
anything. No other offers apply. You can use the Iris $100 bill if somebody brings that in as a form of payment, but
And
that's
base
it.
air miles.
Yeah, and base air miles. No bonus air miles? No bonus air miles. Okay? Everybody clear on the exemptions?
Yes.
Great.
Okay. Question?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, please. Hey, did you mention you sending some pieces for my store here?
Yes.
Is it Bolay or Serengeti?
I don't know yet. I was just looking at your inventory. We'll talk to you about it. But
Absolutely. Thank you.
yeah, you have right now. You have only 12 Bolay and 26 Serengeti, and then you have 35 Spy. So it won't be Spy, but probably some Bolay.
Okay. The only reason I suggest that because I don't have enough room, and I'm planning to sell it, but also the clientele on Friday in downtown, they take off early from work, so it's only, I understand it's one day, and I'm looking forward to it, but in the same time, I would love to get rid of what I have in here. So
No, but you won't keep. It's just to make sure that you have enough. If you think you have, okay, we won't send you anything.
okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. So just again, I'll go over the offers. For 602 and 667, you're going to have 40% off sunglasses on Serengeti, Bolay, and Spy. And for 653 and 612, you will have 30% off when you buy one pair, and when they buy 2 pairs, they get 50% off, and that's off of both pairs, 50% on Serengeti, Spy, and Bolay.
Yeah. So for 653 and 612, in order to have the 50% discount, both sunglasses must be on the same invoice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that just to make sure that you're clear on that. Any other thoughts or comments on this event? Feedback? Concern?
Does it only apply to them? Like, let's say they come in, but they want to purchase one for their spouse or whatever. If it's going to be on the same invoice, how if it's one's for husband and one has to be for the wife?
What?
Put it on one invoice. Don't worry about the logistics of having it for 2 separate people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. We don't care who they're buying it for as long as we can justify the discount. The key to this is to the success and how we measure this is that you don't talk about it at events. Okay, and that you put the sign out and you know that the email is going to go to your customer base. What time is the email going?
So the email is going to go the day before in the morning. So they'll have it the morning of the Thursday, and then they'll have until Friday to come into your store.
Yeah, at 3 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a question now, you know, about that with other people. If you were to go in with Melanie, that's two different people, friends, but you want to get 50% off. You're going to pay by debit, she's paying by Visa, and she wants her own receipt. So they would want separate invoices because they each want their own receipt. Like their own copy of the invoice, right? You can't combine friends, like family members.
You can print 2 copies. You can pay with 2 different methods of payment, and you can print 2 copies.
So you're okay with having like just friends, not relations, just putting their sales on together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zari, you bring up a good point about Friday in your location, and we may have to look at whether we do it at your location or not. Well, we have other strip centers for sure that we can do it. I was thinking at Caulfield might be a good one.
Yeah, but the sales starts at 3, so you're gonna be early. We can always stop by.
675 would be another option, Lynn.
Yeah, 675 would be another option too.
So is it because of the clientele, Lynn, you're changing the idea, or?
No, it's because your customer base leaves early. So, how late are you open on a Friday, Zari?
I'm here until 5, but I can stay a little bit longer, and I think, you know, it's not a bad idea to give it a try, if I may.
No, but you know what? The thing is that if you're not normally known to be open after 5 o'clock, they're not going to be looking for you. So
Okay.
are you open late any night?
I'm just Thursday until 6.
Okay, let me talk to Melanie. Maybe we do yours on a different day, or maybe we do it a different time. We can customize it a little bit just to get some different results. So I'll come back to you on what we're going to do.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay.
Perfect.
Good.
Anybody else?
I'm sorry, everyone. It's Christina. I missed the beginning of this. Is this on Plano or RX or both?
It's Plano, in-stock sunglasses, Serengeti Bole, and Spy only.
Perfect. Thank you. And do we have a date yet for 6/12?
Yes, it's on June 19th for all the stores. Actually, we're just testing it on the same day just to see really what the results are and the impact. But you know, with Christina, we have recorded this the conversation, and I have the slides as well, so I can send it all to you.
Perfect. Thank you.
So make sure that when you put your signs out that you have balloons and you create a bit of a fun event, do not process anything before 3 o'clock. Okay, we want a true event, and we want to be able to really measure the success of it. So.
Yeah, because I want people like we had the function where they were doing it beforehand.
Yeah, no pre-sales.
Yeah, no pre-sales.
So, is everybody else open till 7 o'clock on Friday?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, my location's open until 9.
Okay, good.
Perfect.
Good.
Good. Well, thank you.
So watch for it. We'll send you more information by email to confirm. And yeah, Mary, can you just make sure that Almond is brought up to date on it?
Will do. I see her, I think, on Monday. So I've got notes, so I'll make sure she gets all the information, Lynn. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
To do to get people.